Friggin Nerds Podcast.
Hello and welcome to episode 4? Episode 4, guys?
Four.
We made a
Quattro.
four episodes. We haven't got canceled yet, guys. I am your host, Mario Lima, and joined as always by, on the bottom, my lovely future spoken hot wife, Lee
Look at her.
Dumas. With her,
It's me.
well, should I say Lee Lau or something like that? She's like
Lee Lau.
Lee Lau. She's like she's coming
Got her headband.
coming to us from Earth Realm.
Lee Kang,
Yes.
Kang, maybe.
Lee Kang.
Lee Kang, there it is. That's it.
Hashtag Lee Kang, guys.
Hashtag Lee Kang.
And
Finish him.
all the way from Candyland, up on the left there,
From the Gumdrop Forest.
the always fashionable Brittany.
Lovely.
Not Lee.
The lovely.
Just kidding.
Well,
The
what is it?
lovely lady of the South.
Well, we have so many nicknames. It's either
Loki side piece.
It's Loki
That's
side piece.
the nickname.
it's friggin nerd B, all those good things.
All
Yes.
those-
But speaking of
All the
nicknames, we've been doing 4 episodes, and this man has accumulated so many nicknames. It's ridiculous.
But my favorite.
Well, we'll go through the short list. You know him as the iconic friggin nerd meat. You know him as the Rocket League champion, Sweaty Mike. And then last night we figured out his German counterpart, which was, how do we pronounce it again, Lee?
Schweiss.
Schweiss.
Schweiss. Schweiss Mike.
Schweiss. No, it's Schweiss.
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 There's a B in there.
Mike.
Schweiss.
Schweiss Mike,
Schweiss Mike.
a.k.a. Mike Berkey.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Oh, man,
The
what a
man of
time.
many names.
Yeah,
Man of many names.
That's
Many faces.
Starting to sound like Khaleesi.
That's right.
Yeah, no, he's the
Oh,
many-faced
man.
god, actually.
He's a
Yeah, I
face
could go
god.
either way. I could introduce myself as like this super long title, or I could just be the faceless man or whatever. That has
The
many-
mic is
The
not
many,
faces.
the many-faced man,
Yeah, there you
Yes.
go.
Yes.
But man,
or the man with no name.
yes. But as you guys know, guys, every week we come together to talk about the nerdy news that you love. And man, we got a lot, to the point where we have a rapid fire edition of
Yo.
our in the news section, which Mike is going to get to. We're going to be talking about some the finale of Captain Winter Soldier. Well, yeah, now it's called Captain Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yep.
And finishing it off with our thoughts on a new Mortal Kombat movie, guys. So
Test your might.
test your might. So without further ado, guys, I think we're gonna have Sweaty Mike start up the engines for the rapid
Schweiss.
fire
Long,
in the
sweaty Mike.
news.
Yes.
Come on,
Yo.
Schweissy Mike.
What's up,
Mike.
guys? So we usually do news every episode, and we have 2 very main topics we got to cover, and we got to do it fast. So I'm going to fire through these news topics for the week. Rapid fire edition. Here we go. Pokemon Go Fest has been announced.
Woohoo!
Still staying
we're
home, but it's gonna be
I
fun.
wanna be
Yes.
the very best. Like no one ever was.
Yes.
Wow.
Unfortunately,
Very
it's still the virtual events, but I am okay with that.
Boo.
I definitely want to see everybody's faces. But
I want to go. I want to catch them in real life.
I
Mm.
think that we should meet a friggin' destination. We should make a friggin' destination.
yes.
Yeah, that'd be
Freaking
dope.
Go Fest.
But
Yes.
I'm in for it though.
I'll
I
come
had
to
fun.
Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm in for it though. I had fun last year doing the on the go fest. So I'm in.
Yep. The dates for that are July 17th and July 18th. So that should be super fun. Before that, we've got a packed month of events in May for Pokemon Go. As per usual, they usually cover quite a bit of events each month, but some headliners. We got 2 new legendary Pokemon coming to 5-star raids.
What's that name?
Yeah, I was going to see Xerneas
Xerneas.
and Yveltal, I think is how you say these things.
Yveltal.
sounds Dutch.
Exernius
Veltal.
and Yvectal. Vectal.
Beltal.
Who can pronounce
Veltal. Basically, I feel like when they name Pokemon, they just play like word scramble.
that? It's like Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's just put a bunch of words in
I'm
consonants,
sure
letters, and
we'll get
consonants
slapped
together.
for. I think the first or second episode we were talking about. Yeah, the first episode we pronounced a Pokemon wrong, and then we got hit on Twitter the next day. Like, it's pronounced this, by the way.
Most
God.
comments we'll ever receive. Vernius debuts May 4th through May 18th, and then Vectal, he comes in on May 18th through June 1st. So pretty much this entire month
They
you can get
don't
it.
know how to say it because they weren't in the beta.
Oh,
See,
you were.
like
You
we were in the Pokemon beta. All of us are pretty big deals, and that's how they called it in the beta.
Yep.
The
Mhm.
alpha beta testing.
The alpha.
So if you don't,
beta.
if you tell us that we're pronouncing it wrong, you just
Here's the thing. I was also part of the beta testing, so but I didn't get that. So
You didn't get
obviously
it.
you were the alpha betas. I get it.
The alpha
beta.
betas.
They didn't send Lee the linguistic, whatever that word is, booklet on Pokemon names.
No, they
the
didn't.
other highlight event for Pokemon Go is Community Day. It's May 15th. They have yet to announce the
is it?
Pokemon for that, I think.
Maybe it's
but
an
that is
unknown.
May 15th. Oh, unknown. Oh, that'd be a crazy.
Who would you guys want as a choice? It's probably going to be like some of the new guys they put out, because they just had just came out last Community Day was
Yeah, it was,
I want
I can't think.
Frillafish.
Oh, that would be interesting.
that could be interesting.
Frillish?
Frillish?
Frillish.
that
I
how you
need
say
some Frillish.
Mm.
Expecto Go in chat says it's you
Bell?
Veltal.
Veltal. That sounds
There you
right. All right, there you go.
All right, so let's move.
Thank you
over
for being our
to-
pronunciation guru, James.
Yes, for sure.
Appreciate
Let's
it.
move over to our other AR game of choice here. I'm sure a lot of people here in the chat love this one. The Wizards Unite mobile game has a ton of events.
Yeah,
for May
they
as well.
never have events. They really need to up their game.
They
Never have
ever.
any events.
I know.
Never.
It's like you just sit there and you don't have any events
I
except
hear that all the time from people in the community. They're saying,
know.
"Gosh, I wish we had more events."
So they said, let's just add 2 adversary events, 2 brilliant events, and a community day all in 1 month.
That's
They do that every
Hallelujah.
month, but that's okay. Sarcasm is here. So you've got 2 adversary events, 2 brilliant events, and community day is May 16th. So y'all keep a lookout for that, you wizards out there, wizards and witches.
Whoop, whoop.
The next topic, I kind of want to chat about just for a few minutes since we're in rapid fire, but there was a trailer released for Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead.
Yeah.
And this trailer looks fire. You may like this.
Sounding
Brett,
like it,
Brett and I are
one
both
of the
like,
kids.
Yes.
Yeah,
look,
it's super fire.
I may win you guys over here.
Okay.
We have Drax as the lead.
all right, I'm in.
I'll be there.
So boy, Dave Bautista gonna start Batista bombing these zombies. Let's go.
Oh
Dave
yeah.
Bautista.
I love it. I'll take him.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
One other call out here in the chat. I just saw Raylos. Thanks for bringing this up. Witcher is actually about to release its beta for its AR mobile game as
Ooh,
well.
fun.
So
I'm so
if you wanna-
excited.
If you want to go hunt some monsters as a Witcher, there you go.
Hopefully we don't have to toss too many coins to our Witcher
Yeah.
to play. with it.
That's
did there.
That's good.
Yeah, toss a lot
Can
of
we?
coins.
I think that needs to be a couple of live streams, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm down.
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
sure,
I would
sure.
totally play that. But yeah, Army of the Dead looks amazing. It's like a heist inside of a zombie movie.
Yeah, I kind of liked
Like,
how I kind of
what's the-
watched it without knowing what it was, and like you're like, oh, it's gonna be like a heist film with Dave Bautista. That's kind of cool. Then you got zombie stuff in there, and I think
Yep.
it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a Schneider flick, so I mean it's
Yeah,
gonna be
Schneider.
it's gonna be
and
great.
it's Netflix, so it's a Netflix exclusive. So for those already watching Netflix shows, there you go. Speaking of Netflix shows, there's one that just came out this past Friday. It's called Shadow and Bone.
So
It
good.
is
It's on our list.
Fabulous.
We binged it in 2 days.
Yes,
Knocked it out. So
Highly
good.
Fabio.
recommend watching that. It was so
Fabio,
good.
we need to watch that. I've been telling you we need to watch that.
So I
You
keep
gotta
hearing.
do it.
Yeah.
But we also have to watch Doctor Who because we've never officially watched through Doctor Who. So like we have a lot of
Doesn't
really
Doctor
high
Who have,
priority
It
on
has
our.
like a million seasons. Maybe
does.
we want
Yeah.
to start with Shadow.
Yeah.
You probably
It
should
has-
start with Shadow and
It only
Bone.
has 8
Yeah, Doctor
episodes,
Who is
so-
like James Bond. There's like so
But
many
it's
different
now
ones.
on HBO Max, and I'm like, I've been dying to
Ah.
watch this show through, so I need to watch it.
Absolutely.
Nice.
ADD tangent. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good. Game of Thrones has a new show that they're starting production on this week, or pre-production. It's called House of the Dragon,
Oh my god.
and
I'm excited.
it's going to take place. I think it's going to take place and follow the Fire and Blood book that George R. R.
Yes.
Martin released. That is like, I think it's 1,000 years before what we saw in Game of Thrones. And
Yeah, that's
kind of follows the Targaryen storyline, which is
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Was-
So can we
was-
totally make watch parties out of that?
oh yeah,
Yes.
oh yeah,
okay.
that's happening.
100%.
Cool.
It'd be a little awkward during the
The intimate scenes?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
brown chick or brown cow.
Yes. What was really funny about this is HBO and Game of Thrones, their social media to promote that they've started pre-production. Literally all they did is post
Fire.
one fire emoji, then they posted 2 fire emojis, then they posted 3 fire. They did that for like 30 minutes. And so by the end, their post was just fire everywhere. It was brilliant.
Fire.
Brilliant. And a couple more quick hits here. James Gunn, who is the director of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies,
Ooh.
teasing the possibility of an animatronic baby Groot walking around Disney Epcot as you're waiting in line for the new Guardians ride.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
We need to
It's
go back
awesome.
to Epcot, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
We-
getting.
Oh, go ahead, Mario.
They're getting like some really cool tech. I think we talked about it off stream, obviously, but it was like that whole Avengers land they're kind of doing. Like some of the technology is getting nuts because like another animatronic they're working on is like that Spider-Man one, which is they have one that like it launches up and it looks super realistic, like has all the different kind of like limbs that like move really realistically and looks like Spider-Man's flying over the park every 5 minutes, and it's really cool.
Oh,
So
Is this
like,
Disney?
yes, I believe it's
Disneyland.
I thought that-
has
the California.
Because I thought that Disney had that agreement with Universal that they weren't going to use any of the. Is that not a thing anymore?
Disneyland is starting to open up the Marvel hatch or whatever they call it, the Marvel
Oh.
bunker or something. It's I think
They're
it's
opening
opening
up-
up next year, maybe.
The Marvel can of worms. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
But
Yeah, so that's gonna be
but
cool.
we'll post a video up because they actually showed a demo of the Imagineers making this baby Groot
That's
robot.
cool.
So it's pretty cool. Yeah,
The
we'll post that up.
Imagineers are
We'll post
so
that up on
freaking
Twitter.
talented.
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah.
Imagineer.
And one last note that I'd love to bring up: the
Drum
new
roll.
Pokemon Snap comes out on Friday.
Let's go.
Woo! I
You get
want
lost
to
in
be
that game.
the very best.
No one ever was. Okay, and speaking of things that happen on Fridays, no more.
Oh,
How about-
transition
Falcon?
queen right
What
here.
a
and Winter
transition.
Soldier. I just saw that. Boom.
Boom. Falcon and
Boom.
Winter
Mic
Soldier.
drop.
We won't drop the mic.
Please.
Yeah, I would be in trouble.
That's expensive.
It's a little expensive. Okay, yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier. We had our little watchy party.
Yep. Yep.
Spoiler alert.
Oh yes, I'm glad you said that. 'cause
Here's
I
your
forget.
chance to turn us off, turn away, put your earplugs in, do whatever
You
you, need to do.
5 microwave seconds on Brit
Microwave
terms.
seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Falcon and Winter Soldier, now
Let's go.
known as Cap and Winter Soldier.
Captain Winter Soldier.
Hey
Ew.
now.
So James in our
What are our
Discord
thoughts? What
brought
are our
up brought up a question. Should they have changed it to Captain America and Bucky? Because
Mm.
he's no longer the Winter Soldier. Like
Mm-mm.
he's shed that skin. Like he was trying to transition
Yeah.
out of the Winter Soldier title. And I think he successfully did that. He finished his book, marking off his book, and he finished therapy.
Yeah.
I mean, he wrote her a note.
Yeah, I
but
think-
I wouldn't call it. She couldn't bill insurance
Skipped out maybe on
for
this
that
other
final
session.
visit. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think that
Bucky.
I think that would have been a little more special because it's like, you know,
Both of them.
the show is Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's two guys. So, you know, I'll talk about this in the review. I'll take my review, I guess, now, where it's like I'll jump to the end where I felt like, you know, man, Sam, what a great ending for that character. What a great like character like development.
Beginning.
Right. Yes. What a great development, you know, and like, you know, I popped, man. We had that suit on, he had the shield, and he looks great. And you know, so he definitely he's such a great character now. People love him, and he's like, you know, he's went from the bottom, now he's at the top. And Buck, on the other hand, it's kind of like I feel like he didn't get that much of like he was redeemed, but it wasn't celebrated enough. Where all we got was that like he went in that apartment with the old man from the beginning of the show, and he kind of just walked in and was like, "This, hey, by the way, I murdered your son," and he bounced. And that was it. That was a wrap on that. And then I was kind of like, and then he sent the list off to his therapist and all that. We have that great scene of her reading that. And he's like, I did it. There you go. But yeah, I just felt like it wasn't as special as it could have been. And and I totally agree. I think that would have been saved a bit if you did end it Captain America and Bucky. I think that would have been way more special.
Yeah, I think there is definitely some pacing issues with some of the like tie-ups to the storyline that they had in the finale. The main thing, definitely, like Sam stole the entire episode. Like almost all the good stuff happened with Sam.
As far like if I get my choice of America's ass, my vote's for Sam's America's ass.
Oh man, there we go.
Talk about steal the show.
Wow.
That's my America's ass. I vote
All right.
Sam.
You vote Sam. Well, he won.
Carry
the vote.
on with your pacing issues.
Yep. Now, I agree. I felt like they wrapped up Bucky's storyline, but it was just kind of like a asterisk on the episode. It was just like a 30-second, like when he knocked.
Should have been like the most heart
Oh, I know.
wrenching or gut wrenching scene with the dad of the guy he
When he
killed.
knocked on the door to get to the talk to the dad, I just looked at Britt and I was like, oh,
I
man,
was
this
like
is gonna be rough.
bracing
This is
myself.
gonna be rough, and it was just so quickly done.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Easily could have been one additional episode, if not two, to really like go a little bit deeper into John Walker's whole thing and Bucky's whole thing. That I think COVID had a lot to do with that. I know COVID affected WandaVision, and like their editing and stuff on the final few. I mean, it was still in production, right?
It was still
before it
amazing, though.
aired. Like, yeah, it was amazing. So I think probably COVID had something to do with that. But I feel like I could like use my imagination to fill in the spots a little bit. That
It was really sad though that like their
Other
whole
movie I couldn't.
relationship now has to come to an end. Like there was no forgiveness there almost, you know what I mean? Because like he's like at the end he's walking by the sushi restaurant or the hibachi restaurant or whatever. And he looks in at the guy sitting there. Like,
I know it was.
you know,
really
ask him
sad.
for forgiveness. Like just because you're apologizing doesn't
Maybe
mean that
he
it has
did,
to be the end.
but we didn't get to see the scene
Right.
because they edited it out.
yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, I
guys.
feel like there was more to that scene, but I think like what Britt's saying too is I think they had to like very quickly edit this and have it ready for prime time, and some of that may have just been sliced out, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
I do have to say though, I loved the part where Falcon is like transforming into Captain America basically before the people, and then the guy on the bridge is like, that's a Black Falcon, and the other guy's like, screw that, that's Captain America.
Yeah.
Like that was like the best
Yeah.
line
Big-
for me.
big pop
I
for
love
me.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he called him Captain Falcon at first.
No, he
which-
said that's the black. I think he said that's the Black
That's
Falcon.
the Black Falcon. Yeah, they call him Black
He's-
Falcon.
he-
Oh, I thought-
'cause it
I
was
thought
the
they dropped
guy-
Captain Falcon after that. I thought it was Black Falcon and then Captain Falcon.
No, he said that's Captain
No, he
America.
said no. That's Captain America because it was the older guy, right?
Hmm.
That said it. I don't know if he was the first guy that said it or the second guy, but he was there with somebody in the neighborhood, and
Yeah.
one of them said it's Black Falcon, and he was like,
Yeah,
"No
that-
way, it's Captain America."
Yeah, that reminded me of last year this game came out. It was Spider-Man Miles Morales on the
Oh, yeah.
PS4, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but there is a scene where in his neighborhood, like, you know, there's some fight goes on, whatever, and a similar thing goes on where like they look at him and like, who is that? Like, oh, that's our Spider-Man, you know, like that was the Spider-Man for like Harlem, you know, and that was like a special moment for that character.
ownership.
So it was that's what that reminded me of. It was like, you know, it's like, oh, that's our Captain
Yeah.
America now, you know what I mean? So like that was
Give
really
me all the
goosebumps.
feels, guys.
Yeah, it was
all the
really
feels.
really dope. And the only other issue I had with the episode 2 is I feel your boy Crap Cap, he kind of had a weird arc in the episode where
Yeah.
you know, we have this hyped up scene the week before of him, you know, building his cosplay, and we're thinking this is going to be a big deal. This is going to, you know, he's going to he's
Oh, man, that shield.
yeah, he's gonna knock some heads, and you know, we see him for 2 minutes. He comes back, he's like, "Yeah, I'm angry," and then he's like, "You know what? No, I'm good. I'll help these people." And he kind of turns face again, and he's
Yeah.
working with them.
I did not understand his.
It was weird. It was a weird feeling.
It needed another episode.
Yeah,
It
he
needed
needed a little
another
bit more
episode.
time, I think.
But I
Um,
really like that actor's portrayal.
Oh my gosh.
Of
Yeah.
him. So I
Yeah.
really, really hope that he's going to stick around to make the Thunderbolts of Lightning very, very frightening,
Yeah.
because I think he's really fantastic. And I'm kind of loving Val. The more I'm watching her in that role, I'm like, okay, I like you. You're sassy. I think you're funny.
Sassy.
I like her. So
Yeah. I think that they could have done a little bit more with more time, but I feel like that we're supposed to connect to that moment, that scene where he's looking over at Carly, and he's looking at the van about to fall off the building or whatever is about to fall off, and he has to make the decision there. Does he go after revenge, or does he go and save people? And so we're supposed to see that partially good side of him still there moment when he picks to save the people. But yeah, again, it seemed like it was a very, very fast, like even in scenes like right moments before that, he looks crazed. He looks like he is going to go nuts. And then all of a sudden he's like in his right mind. I don't know, maybe that's his character. It kind of reminds me of Veronica in our D&D session. She just like goes nuts, flip-flops
She's never really
side to
sure.
side. But
Chaotic
I-
neutral, guys.
that's right.
that my personal favorite part of the episode, as the school mom who shows up with like the shitty Walmart cupcakes, and I like just stick them into another bin, and all the moms are like there with their Pinterest treats, and I like show up with my crappy cupcakes. I just love that Bucky showed up with a store-bought cake in the
Yeah.
very end
Yep.
to go to like the family cookout. I'm like, Bucky, that's it. You won
Real MVP.
over
He's won
with
some
your
points.
store-bought cake. Bucky ain't showing up with no Pinterest crap. He ain't got time for that.
That's
I
it.
just want him and Sam to get on that boat and sail the world, saving the world. Like
And that's a
that's
show.
what I want.
That's a show right there.
I still
Yeah.
want him to be in love.
I want Pirate Cap
I
and
was
Pirate
waiting.
Bucky.
I love it. Well, what's next for Bucky? Like, we kind of know what's next for Sam. Like, what are they going to do with Bucky now?
Maybe he's gonna like go back to Wakanda for a little bit, hang out with Shuri,
Mm,
Oh, that would
become
be
the
interesting.
White Wolf.
the White Wolf.
I think maybe there's a potential love interest with I don't remember her name, but the one who
Sarah.
unplugged him.
Oh, I thought you were
No,
going
no,
with
no,
Sam's
not
sister.
Sarah. The Wakandan woman who did his like
Ayo. Ayo.
Ayo.
Ayo.
Yeah.
Ayo.
So,
I feel like, you know,
there's something there.
I feel like with Bucky is kind of like the Incredible Hulk, where it's kind of like, you know, well, for different reasons, but like, you know, Hulk works better with others. So I feel like Buck hanging out with Cap, that's always been the deal. That's like the Batman Robin situation, you know. So I feel like, if we're gonna see him again, they just announced they're gonna do a Cap 4, with Sam taking the reins there, and so I'm sure Buck's gonna be right on his side, right there with him. So I feel like that's how to use Buck for now. I think just kind of have him as kind of the partner.
I think there's definitely a possibility of him popping up in Black Panther 2 as well. I don't know which one comes first. I'm assuming Black Panther 2 because I know they've already announced it, but I don't know if they've kept just Cap 4 under wraps. I don't know.
So here's a question for y'all.
Yeah.
Val at the end when she's talking to John Walker, she says things are about to get weird, and we're not going to need a Captain America. We're going to need a
U.S. agent.
U.S. agent. Thank you. What do you think she means?
I think she's going to turn him heel. That's what I think.
Oh.
I think she's going to be the reason this man turns full heel, because she does not seem like good news to me, but maybe that's just me.
Yeah.
She seems like a fun time.
Seems like a fun time. I loved how to piggyback onto that, since we're kind of talking about her. I like how it was right after Zemo's butler blew up the rest of the Flag Smashers, and she was reading an article about it, and she's like, wow, looks like our friend Zemo, got the last laugh. It's too bad I planned that and not getting any credit. And she's like, did I plan it? No, I didn't plan it. Did I? And as a viewer, you're like, oh, I don't know. Did you? I love that. So yeah, that actor is
Do you think
perfect.
That maybe the weirdness to come is maybe Secret Invasion?
Some
with the
Skrulls?
Skrulls. That's weird. That's weird.
Yeah, but
there's a couple.
Possible.
Yeah, we kind of already established the Skrulls are kind of like on their side, with Nick Fury, hanging out in space with them right now. So I don't know how they would do that. Maybe there's some Skrulls
there's
that,
there's a movie, Secret Invasion's coming. I don't know what they're going to do with it because of that, because they've made it to where the Skrulls seem to be like allies to our heroes, but Secret Invasion, man, it's coming down the pipe.
Invasion does not sound like I'm popping in for coffee.
Am I the only one whose ADD brain goes to like Invader Zim every time you say like Secret Invasion?
Yes, in fact, Lee, yours is the only brain that does.
Every time you say Secret Invasion, that's literally like Invader Zim pops up in my head.
Oh
my goodness.
I am thrilled to announce though that I believe I may be on the right track with the theory that I dropped at the end of our last Falcon and Winter Soldier conversation, where I feel like Val is trying to put together a little squad. She called Zemo a friend, and she's turned Crap Cap into U.S. agent. And
let's go.
I think that she's working behind the scenes with Thunderbolt Ross, who has been in the whole series since the Hulk way back when. And I think that we're seeing the Thunderbolts starting to get formed.
I think so. That's going to be like our first Avengers, maybe, or second Avengers movie in this phase. And then like when we get to like our big bad battle, then they're all going to be good. Kind of like Loki was. Your favorite lovable villain.
Loki would be perfect in this group. He had
to be bad first. We fought against him, but then like later he works with us. So I think that's where like the Thunderbolts are going to be our villains for like the first Avengers movie of the.
Well, you kind of need like the small villain. I mean they're not small, but they're not like Thanos level, But they got to like build back up to the epicness of like a villain like Thanos, and maybe that's
Speaking of things that didn't build back up slowly over time.
Look at that transition.
I liked it.
Oh, let's talk about Mortal Kombat, you guys.
It's time. We've got to do it.
We've gotten to that point in the show. We need to talk about it.
Can we say one more positive thing before we get into Mortal Kombat?
Sure. You can absolutely say that. Say something.
I loved Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I loved the show. It was way better than I expected.
We appreciate you. I love our new Cap.
Yes.
I love our new Cap. He's way more interesting.
Any positive vibes over there from Mario before we talk about Mortal Kombat?
Same. I thought, like I said, minus the kind of Bucky getting kind of kind of shafted a little bit, in my
Yeah.
opinion. I thought it was a great show. I really enjoyed the show. Wish there was more. I'm really excited to see what the future holds.
Sweet.
Chat,
All right.
while we get started, delicately ripping on Mortal Kombat, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down with what you thought about Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Yes.
And
And-
of course, spoiler warning.
Spoiler
Or-
warning.
For Mortal Kombat.
You have
Spoiler warning, don't waste your time if you haven't watched it.
yes.
All right. So
That also. But okay, can I start this one?
you start. Go,
You
go
have the
for
floor.
it.
You look like you have a lot of feelings.
I have all the feelings about this movie because, okay, so here's the thing. I initially was left with a fairly positive feel after watching the movie, but the more that I thought about it, the more negative that view became. So, like, initially, you're kind of like, oh, yeah, that was a pretty good movie. Like, I was engaged the whole time, which is saying something for an action movie. Like, I don't usually stay engaged with action movies, but this one kept me engaged because the choreography for the action sequences was impeccable. It
That's
was
great.
amazing. It was exactly what you were hoping for from a Mortal Kombat movie. But where it was lacking was that plot, you guys. Like, I know people are like, oh, what do you expect? It's a Mortal Kombat movie. But here's what I was hoping for. I was hoping for more of that opening scene. That opening scene, we open with, like, you know, the whole Scorpion and Sub-Zero showdown and, like, millennia ago, centuries ago, and Raiden comes in, he gets the baby, and I'm like, oh yes, we're going back to the roots. We're gonna find out all this cool stuff about all the lore and the legends of all these characters, and we got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like, I just kept the whole movie. I was just hoping for more lore, and I did not get it, and I was so disappointed.
Yeah, it was really funny because Lee and I, we probably talked for almost 2 hours last night. Just go back and forth about these certain things. Listen, I came into this movie. I know there may be some chat going on that's like, plot in a Mortal Kombat movie. Listen, I came into this movie with pretty low expectations. I know
Yes.
it's a video game movie. I know that it's Mortal Kombat. I enjoyed the experience of the 90s movie, and I was ready for a revamp. And what they did is they teased the crap out of me with that Scorpion and Sub-Zero scene at the very beginning. I was so invested. I was like,
Yes.
oh my, they're actually giving depth to this story. Because people that may not have played a lot of the Mortal Kombat games, you just think it's a fighting game, but it actually has like a fairly decent like story that isn't very well like orchestrated in the games, but it actually has some depth. Like there's a lot of things that like they could really build on in a movie franchise. And the opening scenes, which we saw a little bit of in the trailers, I was like, yo, this is going to be really good if they do this right. And they did the first 7 minutes right, and then the rest of the movie happened. So
Yeah.
Britt?
I'll share my thoughts because I don't have that many compared to like Mario. And then I'll throw it to Mario. So there's nothing that annoys me more than exposition done poorly in a film. And this movie was a perfect example of poorly done exposition, especially like when Sonya Blade brings him into her like weird tiny house bunker thing
God.
and like
Don't
just
get me
vomits
started on
all
her.
of it out. I'm like, are you serious? Like, for real?
Don't even
there's
get me
better
started.
ways to do this. And then there were just massive plot holes. Like in the even in that first scene, I understand that it's a good scene, but like I am a mother. And if there is some dude slaughtering people in the next room, I'm not going to go while I'm holding my baby. Just a second. I'm going to place my baby back down into its crib and put it under the floor. Hell no. I'm going to get my kids
Out of there.
run to my husband who knows how to fight. She had plenty
And
of
she
time.
knows where he is.
So stupid. Also, the age thing did not make any sense.
Oh, no.
I was like, he is way too old to be like having a very young son and a baby. I understand that like y'all can procreate way later than we
It
can,
was the actor.
but like she was beautiful, and let's be real, he ain't having babies at that age. Not with her. It's not going to happen. It was not
We had an argument
accurate.
about that. I thought he was a lot younger than he is, just because I love that
No.
actor. The guy
Are you
that
talking
plays
about Cole?
Scorpion. No, we're talking about
No.
Scorpion. The
Scorpion.
He's 60 years old. That guy,
Oh.
that actor. I was like, what? I thought he was like 40. But yeah, man, he's
Speaking
60.
of age issues, Lee, I'm glad it wasn't just us. I thought that was Cole's kid sister. Like, for real? Why
I
did
was
I
like-
not realize that was his daughter?
Because who has their daughter picking you up off of a fighting ring, like out of a fighting ring? You like get your ass beat, and then your kid comes up, if it picks your ass up off the floor, it brings you back to the locker room for $200.
Isn't there eating ice cream?
Really?
She's like sitting outside eating her ice cream, and like fucking Sub-Zero comes and is like, it's going crazy outside, and they're just watching their daughter sit up. They're like, oh, she's so cute out there eating her ice cream. I'm like, go get your fucking daughter. She's about to die.
Hello?
You psycho.
Yeah.
Get up. Where are your
There's something
instincts?
wrong here. Like
You're
it's
supposed to
it's
be the
snowing
chosen one
in July.
Good
Hello.
Lord. Such an idiot. But the biggest plot hole.
Yep. Give it to me,
I'm
Brett.
like, it just makes no fucking sense to me.
Is this? Are you gonna
These
go where I think you
guys-
are?
I don't know, because you talked to Mike the other night. Oh God, this movie. Oh God,
I know.
it
I've got my
yeah.
little fan here too. I'm like,
Like, it's 2021, y'all. There are better writers to employ. Like, what is happening? Get a better writing team.
get your
Who
Marvel.
watched this
Go
and they
steal
were
the
like,
Marvel team.
This was
Please.
a great script. Let's produce it. No. Stop. So the biggest plot hole for me was this. The dudes are like, we have this super important tournament coming up
Yep.
that like
Yep.
that Earth can be gone forever.
Yep.
You've got people out here with their dragon birthmarks, and nobody thinks maybe we should get them and train them to fight. You
And how
wait
did we
until
lose
the
9
last 5
tournaments?
seconds?
Right. What
We
is
already
Raiden
lost
doing?
9 tournaments, and like none of these people even know that they exist, that they're
No.
like a thing.
Raiden must be like on the same level as the manager at our Dunkin' Donuts. Ain't nothing there. I'm like, can I have a sprinkle donut? No. Can I have an iced coffee? Don't have that either.
Nope.
How about a breakfast sandwich? Not today. Like, Raiden, what are you had one job, man? What are you doing?
It's so
Okay.
true.
So
No,
that's
the
all
biggest
my
plot
thoughts
hole,
on.
though. Mike and I were talking yesterday, and we were like, okay, so they're vamping up to this big tournament that is gonna happen, and then I was literally like, okay, so one thing that wasn't even clear to me: did the tournament even happen? Like, there was a bunch of fight scenes that happened. Was that the tournament? What is the tournament? We don't
Yeah.
even see the tournament. Like, we don't even know anything
Nope.
about the
Wasn't
tournament.
even the tournament. The tournament never happened. They jumped. They,
Tournament. The
the-
tournament.
the
the
tournament.
bad guys jumped the good guys before the tournament happened, and then the good guys fled, and then the good guys jumped the bad guys before the tournament happened, and that was the end of the movie. So
Mario, you have the most Mortal Kombat knowledge. You are the biggest fan of all of us of the universe. I'm interested. Did you like it any more than Lee and I?
All right. I've been waiting all week for this.
Oh, buddy.
Let's hear it.
All right.
He's gonna be like, loved it.
Clear the floor. All right. So I'm gonna start my review with the positives.
I by the way, I do have some positives too, and I'm gonna nod if I agree with.
Okay.
We're on the same page.
Positives coming into so first of all, let me start off by saying the second I saw the trailer released back, I don't know, in the winter or something like that, I forget when they released the trailer originally, I right away wasn't excited about it because I was like, okay, I've seen this done before. The way it looked to me, it just kind of felt like a almost like a fan film, the way the trailer looked. And being a student of film, you know, I watch movies different than probably maybe you guys do, where I'm watching the cuts and everything, and the editing styles, and like, you know, certain things kind of turned me off. Some things turned me on. So with
Is
this
it Lee?
movie,
I'm sorry. I'm like a middle school boy, and you walked right into it.
hey, there it
Yes,
is.
in my Mortal Kombat gear.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
She wore that for later, Mario.
That's
Lee Kang, baby, Lee Kang.
yeah. We're gonna see the Lima cut later on. Anyways, so that being said, to the positives. So I thought the fighting, the choreography for this movie was crazy. I love the fights. I'm a big fan. I think I mentioned this in the podcast last week. I'm a huge fan of like old kung fu movies, and I got that vibe for sure. As a fan of all the games, I thought it looked great. I thought it was a very accurate, because sometimes you get these characters that you love, that you've known for years, like, you know, your Batmans, your Supermans, your Spider-Mans, your Iron Man, and, you know, sometimes they're not represented the way you want represented in a movie. And with these guys, like, I thought the costume design was great. Scorpion looked badass at the end. You know, Sub-Zero looked great. My favorite one was Ryan looked great too. And I can't, why is it not Kano? The one that Cabal. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Cabal was pretty sick.
Cabal
sick.
was like straight out of the game, like the look and everything, and I loved how he had like almost like a New England accent. So I kind of connected to him. So I had those great moments, and like, so I knew going into this, it's gonna be goofy, it's gonna be weird. We had those, like, you know, we had like that one, like, you know, Kung Lao part where he splits that girl in half, and you get flawless victory. And I'm like, I popped at that. I thought that was funny, you know. So I'm like, this is fine. It's a dumb popcorn flick. So I had no high expectations for this movie. I knew it wasn't going to be Oscar nominated picture. You know, it's a Mortal Kombat movie. Listen to what we're saying. It's a Mortal Kombat movie. So I will.
They want to make a whole franchise out of it.
If you know, if this box office pops off, but some people like it. I don't know. So moving into the negatives, you know, like I said, I'm a film guy. So, you know, looking at certain cuts, certain editing choices were kind of weird to me, and you know, kind of made me feel weird. Like, and some of the continuity was off. But like I said, I didn't take away too much, because I said I just loved the character design, and like everything looked great to me. But, you know, some things, confusion, like the whole deal with this what's the original character's name? I forget his name. Cole.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, the Cole deal with me, you know, that made me feel weird. The whole thing with his wife and his daughter, we're halfway through, I'm like, oh wait, that's his wife. You know, like when Ryan sends him back to the house, and like he says, oh, and I hear the kid go, Dad, whatever. I'm like, oh wow, I thought that was like his sisters or something like that. I was like a little thrown off.
Yep.
So choices like that kind of took it away from me, and there's certain story aspects. Like I said, the story, I understand. It's even the Mortal Kombat game stories are shit. You know,
no,
it's just
I've got to interject. With the story, because I'm seeing it in the chat too. Listen, guys, they're trying to make 5 freaking movies of Mortal Kombat. 5 of them. They're trying to build a universe. You can't build a universe with just gore and fight scenes.
Guys,
like,
this is 2021. We've had the Marvel universe for how many years now? Like, how have you not learned that you need to build your characters first?
Right. They have 30 years of backstory, albeit it's a video game, but they have 30 years of backstory that they can build on these characters. And I think that they really missed the mark if they're really wanting to make this a franchise and they're wanting to make multiple movies. They should have really focused on building up the characters before you just kill them all. Because it was fun. I loved seeing all of the death scenes. I love seeing all the fights, and I love seeing these characters on the screen that I've seen.
No emotional,
but it was so just like
implications.
the only value was the shock value, and I feel like if they're wanting to build this, they need to build the characters and the lore up behind all of the fighting. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Mario.
Oh, no, it's fine.
I just wanted to get that out there because like they're going to make enough money. They've already beat the HBO Max record with that Kong and
The
Godzilla.
2-day-old HBO Max
there's
record.
2.8 million people that saw this over this past weekend. It's made quite a bit at the box office as the top movie this weekend. There's going to be a sequel, and I'm going to watch it because like the universe, like I'm gonna watch it.
You and Lee or you and Mario are gonna watch it alone.
No, I might watch it with like that baby flame of hope that maybe they'll like listen. But the thing is, like, they got such good reviews. It got such good reviews on like all the critic sites.
Really good
And I'm like,
reviews.
how do people love? Like, I get it because I get that it's a Mortal Kombat movie, and I get it. But like, also give me more, please. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I was really interested in to see what they were gonna do with the character depth and plot, knowing that they were attempting to try to make this a big deal. If they were attempting to just make a single movie, that would have been a solid movie, like whatever. But they're trying to build off of what just happened, and plot wise, it's just like I left the movie going, wait, what?
Come
what?
again.
What just happened?
What just happened?
Yeah.
Mario, can I
continue.
can I just jump in one more time? I promise this will
It's
be
your
the
last one, or I'm coming in there to stun you.
Okay. So I forgot one of my positives, and one of the positives that I really did enjoy was Cole's storyline because he is like the new character. I really, really loved how the Arcana story for him happened because in the very beginning of the movie, the manager of the gym makes a comment about like, oh, it's not fighting if you're only attacking. You have to learn to defend in order to be able to call yourself a fighter. Because this guy only goes in and he just like knocks everybody out. He doesn't know how to defend himself. So when his Arcana happens, I thought that it was like such poetic justice that his Arcana was defensive and like all this defensive gear that turned into attacking energy. Like it was just beautiful. It was such a great like character arc for him.
Yeah,
that I was
cool.
like, if they had made the whole movie this way, I would have been so invested in it.
Yeah.
Like that was such a great way to portray his character.
Yeah.
All right, Mario.
Yeah. Go ahead,
You're on.
Mario.
All right. So on that topic, I understand why the Arcana thing was in the story, where it did kind of, it made his character like worthwhile, I guess, where it's like he's working towards gaining that power. But it was kind of stupid to me, the whole Arcana thing. Like, why can't these motherfuckers just have their fucking powers already, bro? It's like, why we gotta go on and do all this? Like the Kano thing, bro, he had a robot eye in the games, and all of a sudden he's like, give me a fucking egg roll, and he gets the he gets the laser eye. And the stupidest one, this one, hear me out on this one. The Jax one is the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. Where it's like,
oh yeah,
okay, so his if you guys don't know Jax, this dude lost his arms, and they gave him these little T-Rex metal arms, which I was like, oh, that's weird. Anyways, so I'm like, okay. I'm assuming those are he's gonna get better arms when it comes through. And then this motherfucker picks up a rock, and his Arcana is he transforms Michael Bay style, and he gets bigger arms. And so I understand that's like how they want to build that character, fine. But tell me this, if Jax didn't lose his arms, what the fuck would his Arcana be? He grew hair or something? I'm just like, I just thought,
oh my God.
I was belly
100%.
laughing. When that happened, I was belly laughing. I was like, brother, how is this a thing? It's like, and the same thing with like, and I wasn't crazy about Cole's weird little t-shirt deal, his armor t-shirt.
It was like the first thing I thought about when I saw that, for those that haven't seen the movie yet, he gets this armor that appears on him that absorbs damage and then he like releases it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, that's Black Panther.
Yeah, it's like
Straight up,
Black Panther.
Mhm.
Right?
I was
So,
like, oh,
right,
yeah.
he used those powers in that fight against Goro, right? But then when he fights Sub-Zero and he's getting hit, I don't see no glowing. What's going on? It's like they just kind of threw that out of there, and like it was like
Plot
not
hole.
it wasn't special anymore. So
yeah.
so that being said, yeah, so that's what I was just kind of bummed out about, man. It's like I just thought it was, it's like I get it. I'm not expecting a fucking Oscar nominated picture. I just want to watch a Mortal Kombat movie, but still kind of enjoy the story a bit while seeing these characters that I love, and then and it ended great. I thought it was great having Scorpion and the whole thing with Cole being his his ancestor or whatever, and going. For a second I almost thought that Cole was going to take on the Scorpion role, which Scorpion's got to be Scorpion, but I was wondering if that was like where they were going, because I was kind of like, I'm like, is this armor thing gonna cut it for 5 movies if they're gonna do these 5 movies? So I don't know. So at the end of the day, my closing statement is, it's a fun movie. It's not a great movie. So go pop some popcorn, go watch it if you want to go see some heads get cut off, you want to see some slice and see some blood and see an Australian guy make Harry Potter references,
The other thing though, that like, don't even get me started on Sonya Blade and Jax. What a waste of screen they were. Like, I just felt like they took all these characters and all of these venues and they just threw them all in the movie without any context, and it was just basically Mortal Kombat the game on the big screen.
No, somebody needs to give Kano a raise, because he carried that
Oh my
whole.
God.
He was
whole
funny.
movie.
He was really
Kano-
funny.
funny.
Kano was by far the best character, other than
He made a
Scorpion and
Harry
Sub-Zero.
Potter reference. So
He made all kinds
Yeah.
of references.
you're
I
a
was
winner
like,
in my book.
Yeah.
All right. So with all of this said, we need to give this a rating, because this is an official
Are we
review.
doing nerdies ratings?
We're doing nerdies ratings. How many
Smells like a
nerdies?
candy.
It's
How many nerdies?
out of 10, right? Out of 10.
Out of 10. 1 to 10. How many nerdies would you give
Please
this
tell
movie?
us in chat too, guys. How many nerdies out of 10 do you give to Mortal Kombat?
We're going to go to Mario first. How many nerdies would you give this?
I think I'm going to give it a solid 6.
Ooh.
Okay.
Give it a 6.
Okay. All right.
All right. Lee, what you got over there?
I was gonna go with like a 5.2.
Okay. All right. I'll go next, because I'm afraid of what Britt's nerdy rating is going to be. So we're just going to keep
You
going.
never know. I could be in a good mood.
We're gonna keep going down. I'm almost sure. So I'm gonna give it a 4, and one of those full points is solely on Kano's back. Like he,
1 point for Kano.
that actor, like the reason that Johnny Cage does not appear in this movie is because of how well the producers and director loved Kano and the actor that played him, and so they kept Johnny Cage out because of that. So a 4.
Makes sense.
4 out of 10.
I'm gonna give my very generous. This is not solid. This is like super generous. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 10 nerdies. I feel
Wow.
like I'm being exceptionally generous with that rating.
Snappy.
Yeah.
That's bad. That's
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, I would not recommend. Would
Yeah,
not
so
watch
we
it again.
slowly went down and then fell off a cliff. We went what, 6,
Yeah.
5.5, 4,
That
and
was a
then 2.
nosedive. I think that's an average of like 4.6.
It just
Yeah.
story matters way too much to me. I'm a reader.
Me too.
It matters too much to screw that one up.
I think a lot of
Sorry.
it. I think Marvel has just completely spoiled me when it comes to big universes.
100%.
Like, oh, I'm so. I hate comparing it because it's so
I
amazingly
appreciate
special.
that they tried to put some humor in it, like
Yeah.
Marvel does, but that was not enough to fix it for me. So
Yeah, I think my 5.2 was like the 5 things that I liked about that movie.
Yeah.
The entire 2 hours that I watched.
now, boys and girls,
Now the real
It is
fun begins.
time.
the real battle begins.
Test your might.
Everyone, get out your die.
So guys, we are
Get your
doing
D20.
We are doing the nonsense draft. We're moving on to the nonsense draft and staying on theme. We're going to be drafting
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat characters that are going to face off to a fight to the death. We're going to pick 4 each. And
we're rolling for initiative right now.
gosh, please be
What's
a
it gonna
high
be?
number.
Please be a
high
low.
number.
Please be a low number.
What did you get, baby?
I got a 9.
I got a 13.
Dadgummit, Lee!
I wanted a low number.
I also got a 13.
Oh,
my
it's a
gosh.
roll off.
All right,
gotta
you guys
roll
got to
off.
roll again.
What did you get, Britt?
I got a 7.
I do not roll well.
I wanted to go last.
I'll trade my
got a
pick. I'll
2.
trade my pick. Can I trade up?
Yeah, you could trade up. I'll trade down.
Well, you got a 2, right?
I got
Okay,
an
got it.
8. 8.
All right, so it's gonna go Mario.
It's,
dang it, has the
it's, al-
first pick
it's always
again.
me. I don't mean to do this. Oh my god.
All right.
Oh,
So it's gonna
gosh.
go Mario, Mike, then me, then you.
Guys.
Sweet. I have second pick.
Is
I'm good.
Mario going to pulverize us
Oh,
again?
yeah. By the way, for those that have not caught up with the most recent draft that just finished this past week, Mario spanked us. Almost 50% of the votes went to Mario's music festival team.
There it
It
is.
was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. Yeah, he's got the belt. He's rubbing it in. I'm the only person on this staff right now on the screen that does not have a win in nonsense draft.
Yeah,
so
guys in chat, send Mike some like clams for good luck because he
yeah, I
needs
need some
it.
clams.
Or
I need
some
some
sweaty
clams.
mics.
Really bad.
Set him some
Yes,
sweaty
sweaty
mics.
mics.
Send him
We
some
need
sweaty
some
mics.
Sweaty clams.
Send me anything. Send me anything.
Sweaty clams in the chat.
Yep.
All right, Mario, you've had enough time to think about it. Give us the first draft pick of the
Oh,
night.
easy peasy. Thank you.
That was an epic drum roll.
Thank you.
For my first pick, probably the Beatles of this week. Gotta go with my boy Scorpion.
Mm-hmm.
All right, all right.
Yep. And I'm second, right? Is
No,
that-
Yep.
Lee is next.
No, Mike is next. I traded.
I traded up.
You traded?
Okay,
And I traded down.
Y'all
Hang out.
traded spots? This is okay. Whatever.
Look, I need help, Mario. Okay, so I'm locking this in without even thinking. I'm not.
It was
overthinking this
mutual.
draft. I'm not overthinking this draft. Sub-Zero is the next pick, 100%. Scorpion and Sub-Zero were the top 2 picks all day.
Okay.
All day.
All
Scorpion,
right.
Well-
Sub-Zero.
Good pick. Good pick.
For all my girls in the chat, because I'm
No,
next.
we know what's about to happen.
We all know what's about to happen. I'm gonna go with my girl, Katana, because she is the badass bitch of the crew. All
Oh.
right.
I'm just glad that Lee got Katana, or this was gonna get ugly.
This was gonna get ugly.
Lee did not get Katana.
We were gonna have a Mortal Kombat showdown of our own.
I doubt that the trade that happened would have even had any effect, because were you going to take Katana regardless?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
but
sweet.
I'm excited for the second round
Mm-hmm.
of picks.
Mhm.
That's why it didn't really matter to me, Mike. I just needed to go before Britt.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I get 2 picks back to back.
Picks back to back, babe. What you got?
For my first pick, and you're just gonna need to tell me if I'm saying these wrong, because you
Oh,
know
man.
Shang Tsung.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm impressed by the
Shang-
selection.
Shang Shu, let's go.
Shang Tsung.
Okay.
He steals souls, babe. That's
And
perfect for
that
you.
sounds like my
Nice.
kind of fella.
Yeah.
And then for my second pick, it's gonna be Melina.
Oh,
Okay.
she was on my list.
Outworld Army.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Boys
Wow.
and
She was
girls.
on my list. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. And back to you, Lee. Back to you
All
in the
right.
studio.
I I mean, all right. So he was seriously underplayed in this movie. We ragged on him a little bit, but he's still a freaking badass. I'm going with Raiden.
Oh,
I love Raiden.
Oh man.
you got him. That
That
was
was-
my next pick.
that was a-
He's the
100%.
Dumbledore of the squad.
That was-
Okay.
Dumbledore of the squad. I like it. Oh man. Okay. Okay. Listen. I think I'm going with a theme here. And I gotta go, since I got Sub-Zero locked in fan favorite, I gotta go for the guy that I usually play as. If you watch the Mortal Kombat stream that we did last week, I played as this guy quite a bit. I'm going with the Red Ninja Ermac.
Ermac.
Ermac
That was
is
on my
my
list.
selection. He also steals souls and does soul stuff.
I was gonna put
Ooh.
him on my
Yeah.
on my my Death Eaters group over
Love
here.
me some Ermac.
All
Heck
right,
yeah.
Mario, we're back to you, friend.
All right, number 2 for me. Thought he was really well cast in this movie, but also I love playing as him as well in the game. Gotta go with my boy Liu Kang.
Ah!
Yes, that was a good pick.
Yeah, that was on mine.
And Liu is
So
spelled
that-
Liu, by the way.
It might also be Lee Kang.
Lee
Lee
Kang.
Kang, baby.
Just saying.
Lee Kang. That's who she'll be playing tonight. Those,
All right, Mario. Got back-to-back picks, baby.
Okay. For my next
Don't you
pick,
dare. Don't you dare.
I think I'm gonna go with
Don't you dare.
Kung Lao.
Come on!
Oh, Liu Kang and Kung Lao.
You asshole. You knew that was my top.
On mine.
If it was a
Oh,
top, how
man.
come you didn't pick it first?
He makes a valid point.
You know what, Mario? You can kiss my ass. You're not getting shit tonight.
Yo, do I want to stay on
How do I
theme?
spell Kung Lao?
Do I want to stay on theme or do I want to
It's
go for
Kunglao.
There's one guy at the top of my list right now but he's not on theme. So I think I'm gonna stay with the ninjas here. I'm going with the dead version of Sub-Zero. He comes back as Noob Sabat or Sabat. Or however you
Sabat.
say it. Sabat. Sabat.
Okay.
I just call him Noob.
Noob. Saybot.
Sub-Zero, Ermac, and Noob. Let's go, baby. Locking it in.
Saybot.
I'm ninjaing up.
Okay. That brings us back to Lee. Who's it gonna be, Bill?
Mario, I'm going to kick your ass for real, for real. Those were like literally the two people
There's
that I
one,
really wanted. I had 4 people that I was like, oh, I really want these people.
there's another big one I think you can get.
You can kiss my ass. I'm going with Kano.
Oh, she took some Kano.
Oh, Kano.
Okay.
Kiss
Okay.
it.
So I have two spots left. So I'm gonna say it wrong. Shao Kahn.
Yeah, baby, you said it right.
Okay.
No, she just got okay. Hold on. Look at Britt's team right now. She's got Shang Tsung, Shao Kahn, and Melina. Like she's got all the evil.
She got the most broken character in the game. God damn it! I was gonna pick her.
And for my very last one, I'm gonna go with Reptile.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I was hoping to
Okay.
steal him with the green ninja pick.
I was thinking like Slytherin, Snake, same
Yeah.
sort of family. So there you go. I'm done. Lee, back to you with your final pick.
Ah,
There's
man.
only one more on my list of people that I really kind of wanted, and it goes with Kano. I'm going with Cabal.
Oh, that's a good one.
Cabal.
Taking my
Cabal
cabal.
was great.
Yeah,
Cabal was
you
great in
can
this
kiss
movie,
it.
too.
This
I
is
like
for you,
Cabal.
Mario.
Mike,
Okay,
your final pick.
Oh gosh. All right, listen. Stoop is gonna think I'm just stealing all of his picks that he's putting in the chat. I promise that
He
I'm
has
not.
his list.
My list is literally right here in front of me, and Smoke is up at the top of the list for people that are still available. And so I'm staying on theme. Look, guys, I got 4 freaking ninjas: Sub-Zero, Ermac, Noob, and Smoke.
So
Woo.
the ninja
That's
team,
hilarious.
Mike. Mario. This is
There
it.
is one pick, Mario, that is like the locked and loaded steal of the draft if you pick it. I just wanted to stay on theme with my selection.
I'm hoping this is the one. One I'm shocked that nobody picked. This man, I think he carries a couple belts himself. The Hollywood legend Johnny Cage.
Oh, that's not
He
who I was
on my
thinking of.
list.
He
Who were
was
you
on my
thinking
list.
of?
I am surprised since the draft is now over. We got our teams locked in. That the 4-armed beast of a man, Goro.
I was thinking
not
Goro would be
selected.
so
Oh.
great on Brit's team. I really
Goro.
thought she was gonna take him.
Goro was on my list.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm
one
surprised.
for the heavy characters.
All right, look,
Focused.
just to prove my list here, it's printed off pre-draft. I've got Tier 1 Scorpion Sub-Zero, and then I've got Smoke, Noob, and Ermac right there, Stoop. I did not steal your picks, I promise, man.
Okay.
You guys
so I'm
can't even
gonna-
see my picks.
Please
She-
just
Like
She's
John
an
Cena. You
invisibility
can't see
cloak.
me.
and
I'm gonna recap our lists
real
for
quick,
everybody.
just a little disclaimer for the audio listeners. I apologize. We've made a lot of references to our cameras. Please join us on twitch.tv/Friggin Nerds Media to
We'd
hang out with
love
us.
to have you look at our
Yes.
gorgeous mugs for an hour and a half.
Or
Who
go watch
wouldn't?
the replay on YouTube.
That's right. That's right. All right, let's recap
Here
the
you
teams,
go.
y'all.
Here's your recaps. I'm gonna say these wrong. Up first, we have our reigning champ Mario with Scorpion, easily top pick.
Mhm.
Asshole.
Liu Kang, Kung Lao, and Johnny Cage.
That's a solid team. That's
This
solid.
is for
man.
you,
Solid-
Mario
solid.
Lima.
Solid team. Then we've got your
This is for
ninja
you.
boy, the Southern Ninja,
The Southern Ninja.
Mike with Sub-Zero, Ermac,
Noob.
Noob
Sabat,
69. What's his name? Noob Master 69.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's what I'll put on the graphic.
Noob Sabot and Smoke.
Y'all need some votes. Vote for me.
Vote for Mike because he's a loser. So
No.
Oh,
Ooh.
snap, crackle, pop, throwing
Oof,
some.
I
That's not right.
all right, then we've got your girl Lee
Hey.
with Katana with her sick fans. Love it. Raiden, can't go wrong there.
God of
might vote
Thunder.
for Lee. Kano carried the movie,
Yep.
Dead.
and Cabal.
The Iron
Don't
Lung
know who
Man.
that is.
Yes, sir. He's like, I want Kano. He put me in this iron lung.
She was asleep during that part of the movie.
I fell asleep.
He also had a lot of personality. That's
He
why
was
I
great.
dug him.
Yeah, he was very good in the movie. You would have liked him.
And last but not least, my rainbow
No.
team of psychos,
You got
Shang Tsung, Melina, Shao Kahn, and Reptile.
you got some OP on that team
Ooh.
right there. If you picked Goro instead of Reptile,
That would have been what a broken team that would have been if you had
yeah.
Broken.
Goro and Shao
Good to
Kahn.
know
I would have.
on the back end there, boys.
Would I have picked Reptile over Smoke though? I don't know because he would have been my Green Ninja.
I never liked Reptile that much in the games.
Yeah.
Smoke I'd
Well,
prefer.
for those who are interested in voting, please go to our Twitter account, twitter.com/Friggin Nerds. We've got the poll up, maybe
You've
up
already gotten
tonight.
some love in the chat.
I am loving it. Stoop and I are like the same person when it comes to Mortal Kombat. It sounds
And
like.
Steph is saying that you could possibly pull this off.
Oh, I
You
hope
could
so.
you could pull a W this week, my friend.
This could be it.
But definitely
be the
that
dub week.
poll should be up maybe tonight, if not tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Guys,
But
if
I
you're in
would-
the chat, give Mike some pity bitties because he could use those.
Pity bitties.
I would really love to come in second just to spite Mario, though. Just saying.
Oh, my
love
Lanta. All right, boys and girls. Mario, tell them what they need to do now. Tell them all of our stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Friggin Nerds Podcast for this week. Every Tuesday, you guys can catch us here, twitch.tv/Friggin Nerds Media, to watch us record the show live. The show, if you miss it though, you can check it out on Spotify, Google Play, all that jazz where you get your podcast, brother, on Thursday. And also will drop on YouTube. Oh, we got biddies. I probably should have turned that off.
Mike
got
got
three
some pity
bitties.
bitties.
There we
You
go.
got some pity bitties.
Sorry,
and
we're
so-
ruining the end.
It's fine. What was I saying? And you can catch it also on YouTube on the following day if you want to see our beautiful faces and you missed the live stream.
YouTube.com/
Friggin Nerds Media, guys. Get us on Twitter. Get us on Discord. Join the Discord server. Hang out with us. We discuss all kind of nerdy stuff all week long. Catch us. Search for Friggin Nerds Media. If you can find us on our Twitter, YouTube, all that jazz. Facebook now. We're now on Instagram, which is really fun. People.
Yeah, we've got a Facebook and Instagram. I
And-
didn't even know that until today.
coming soon to a Patreon near you.
Yeah, we're working on Patreon. Patreon's gonna happen soon, guys. We're gonna-
Happening, guys.
A lot of fun stuff there.
And merch.
And merch and a lot of cool stuff, guys. So stay tuned. We appreciate it every week, guys. The support has been great. We're loving it so far. If you guys are listening live, know the rest of the week is going to be stacked.
Oh, man.
We had to kind of we had to kind of fix things around because we had to move our D&D session over. So we're going to be doing it this Thursday coming up. We'll be doing Baldur's Gate tomorrow, which is Wednesday.
We're going to hell.
Alicia, can I just finish the outro? For God's sakes, we're getting a mute. And then so tomorrow we got Arcade going. Thursday rescheduled Baldur's Gate. Friday we're off. Saturday you're getting the ladies night.
Yeah, Lee and I can talk as much as we want.
Craft
Can't mute us.
Cocktails.
Oh, I'm going to bed for that one. You guys are taking the reins for that one. Crafted cocktails with with Britt and Lee. And then on Sunday, it's your boy Mike hitting you with the Geek Antique, open up some Pokemon cards, and you know it's going to be hype. We're going to get that shiny Charizard, brother. It's going to happen. So, guys, thank you again for joining us on Friggin Nerds Podcast. You guys have been great. And as always, stay friggin' nerdy. Cheers, guys.